Hey friends, welcome back to Find the Joy with Jen. Today I'm talking about navigating events with your ex after divorce. This situation comes up for everyone who's been divorced. All of the special events in a child's life still happen after divorce. Sports events and baptisms and recitals and award ceremonies and concerts and banquets and mission farewells and weddings all are very important special occasions that you want to attend in your child's life. And if both parents are involved in a child's life, then of course they will both want to be there and possibly even their new romantic partners. And both sets of grandparents and extended family members will want to be there too. And of course, we all want our children to have all of the love and support that they can get in their lives. But these situations can be difficult to navigate when you're dealing with your own healing journey and divorce recovery, while simultaneously wanting to support and show up for your children. I get it. I've been there. It is complicated dealing with all of these situations and can cause a lot of stress and bring up a lot of emotions. I have navigated many of these situations myself and helped many, many clients navigate them as well. And I've learned a lot of great lessons to share. So, I want to share some suggestions to help you prepare and navigate these events with your ex. But before we jump in, if you're navigating divorce, separation, or trying to rebuild your life after a really hard season, you're in the right place, my friend. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button so you won't miss any of the messages that I share to help you strengthen your faith, heal from difficult seasons, gain emotional strength and clarity and confidence as you navigate your own challenges in your life. So let's jump into it. The first thing that comes up is the anticipation of being at a special event for your child and the thought of your ex and possibly their new romantic partner or family members being there also. The dread that comes up as you're anticipating this special event for your child, but also anticipating being there with your ex. It can trigger so much for you. So let's start right here in the anticipation phase. Prepare now before the event or special occasion that you have to attend with your former spouse. The goal is for you and everyone who loves and supports your child to be there for your child. I want you to remember something very important as you're preparing to navigate this event. This is not about you. This event is about your child. So, focusing on that thought will help you get prepared for this day. I want you to have a good experience, and you can, my friend, even if your former spouse and all of the extras that come along with them are there too. Remember, your experience is up to you, and the best way for you to have a good experience is to prepare yourself in advance. Putting some time and thought into how things will be at the event is going to help you have a better experience that day. One of the things you should prepare for is your physical response. Most divorces are not cheerful, relaxing experiences, right? Most people who divorce are doing so because of conflict with this person, betrayal, secondary betrayal, and many forms of trauma come along with divorce. So it's challenging to relax and enjoy a special occasion with your child, with your ex, and all of the extras that come along with them there too. So I want you to expect this. Plan on this. I'm not suggesting that you engage or escalate things with those people. Just be aware that just being at an event with your former spouse can be triggering for many of us. Although you can prepare yourself mentally and emotionally by focusing on how this event is for your child, not for you, your body may still have a physical response to just seeing them. These situations can be really hard. So, prepare yourself to feel all of the emotions that come up when you're in the same space with people who have harmed you, betrayed you, lied to you, perhaps said things about you that aren't true, and likely people who are not healthy for you to be around. They may even be people that you have boundaries with and people that you haven't talked to in a while. People that you don't even want to look at or be near you. So expect to have a lot of emotions come up when you see these people. Don't pretend that it will just be fine, so you'll just ignore them. That is resisting your own emotions. And it just causes the emotions that you feel to be more powerful when you try to resist them. So expect to have them and just try to observe them as you notice yourself feeling triggered or responding emotionally to being around these people. Just say, isn't that interesting? I'm all of a sudden feeling hostility or rage or anger as the situations arise. Allow yourself to feel them without pushing them away or ignoring them. It's helpful to stay present in your body and get out of your head when this happens. Now, before the event, your mind may want to hyper focus, right? You may have scenarios playing out in your mind over and over about what may happen at this event. What if they say hi? Or what if they don't say hi? What if they try to sit next to me? What am I going to do? Should I sit next to them or should I sit next to someone else? Your mind can just get stuck ruminating over how things may play out over and over. Your brain is doing this to try to protect you by playing out worst case scenarios. So it will give you every possible scenario it can come up with. And all of this can be really time consuming. You may even lose sleep over it. You may feel exhausted just preparing for the event. I've noticed that when I'm processing these scenarios with my clients, the brain just keeps going over and over. It gets into this all or nothing trap about these situations. For example, you may have thoughts like, if my ex weren't going to be there, I would be perfectly fine. But now the situation is going to be ruined, right? Neither of these options are realistic, right? Most likely, it won't be perfect if your former spouse isn't there, and it's not going to be ruined if they do show up. Real life is actually just a balance of positive and negative emotions and good and bad experiences. Most likely, whatever day this is, whatever special event is happening, there's going to be a mix of both positive and negative emotions and experiences, regardless of whether or not your former spouse is there. Now, I'm sure you're thinking, I want to show up at this event and I want it to be meaningful. I want to be present. I want to show up for my kid, right? And I want this to be a good experience for my child. I don't want my child to feel the tension between the families. I don't want my children to feel like they have to choose one side or the other. I get it, friend. Also, just pay attention to your intentions. When you notice yourself trying to navigate or manage your child's emotions, this should be a big red flag for you to stop what you're doing. You're stepping outside of what you can actually control, and you're getting into your child's area of control. Remember, you do not have any control over your child's feelings. You actually cannot make your child feel anything. No matter what happens at this special event, your child will still have their own emotions that come up and they will get to choose how they respond to those. When you're trying to make sure that your kid has a certain experience that you want them to have, you're not allowing yourself to be authentic. You're putting a lot of unnecessary pressure on yourself. Your intention should be to show up as the parent that you want to be for your child, regardless of what anyone else does. Okay? Practice believing that your children are having the experience they are supposed to have, regardless of what is happening in their life or your life. So just let it happen. You can only control how you choose to show up. So allow yourself to show up as the best version of yourself and love and support your child the way you do best. Now, let's talk about if you have a big, once in a lifetime event coming up, like a graduation or even a wedding. One way to take some of the pressure off of this big event for yourself and for your child is to try to find a separate time to have an intimate moment with your child to celebrate and congratulate them separate from the big event, right? We all know how these big days go. There is so much going on, let's say on a graduation day or a wedding day. It's hard to feel super connected with your child or any one person on that day when they are the guest of honor. They're going to be so wrapped up in their own experience. They're not really going to be paying attention to you. And they shouldn't, right? Don't make this about you. Make this about them. So, of course, be there cheering, supporting, celebrating with them, but don't expect them to pay extra special attention to you on that day. Give your child permission to enjoy everyone who is there to support them without any expectation for yourself. It will remove a lot of the pressure that you might feel to make it special if you just plan to have a special moment with them separate from the actual big day. Maybe it's sometime throughout the day where y'all can just share a moment, or maybe it's even on another day altogether to express your pride and celebration with them. I've had these events with my kids, and they are monumental and emotional. When I think of all the many years of homework and projects and tests that we went through together to get to graduation day, of course, it is a special day for both of us. But afterwards, they usually just give me a big hug and then run off to celebrate with their friends. They want me to give them some money so they can go out with their friends afterwards, right? We parents know this is how it goes. When you think about what your kids really want from their experience at their event, that usually doesn't have a lot to do with you. Yes, of course, they want you to be there. They want everyone who loves and supports them to be there. And that's how it should be. But don't make this special day or event in their life about you. The best thing you can do is enjoy this experience, but have very low expectations for yourself. I also recommend that you have a plan for yourself at the event. You are attending this special event to support your child, but you should also protect and support yourself. So, as you think about all of the different scenarios about how things might play out, decide what you are comfortable with regarding your former spouse and any extra people that may be there with them. You will definitely feel more confident if you decide in advance how you want to interact with them. Boundaries are healthy and important part of your plan. Just remember that we're all trying to be our best, to do our best, to be Christ-like as we navigate divorce. But don't put any superhuman expectations on yourself. God knows that you're human. So give yourself permission to just do the best that you can to deal with these extremely difficult situations the best that you can. Decide in advance, are you going to talk to them? What are you going to say? Just know ahead of time what you're okay with doing and what you're not okay with doing. And if you're comfortable doing that, you can change your mind in the moment, but have a plan beforehand. Maybe you decide that you'll walk in and nod, or you decide you're not even going to acknowledge their existence and keep walking and find another place to sit. If you feel comfortable doing that and that feels true to you, then stick with what you feel comfortable with. Remember, you don't owe anybody anything. You owe yourself protection and boundaries. You get to choose how you want to show up. regardless of what other people do. And I want to help you show up as the parent you want to be for your child while protecting yourself, your values, and your integrity. You may also ask a friend or another family member to be with you for support. It is comforting to have a support person to just be beside you, to help you emotionally regulate when you need to. That's a great support. The next thing I want to recommend to you is that you have a plan for yourself after the event. This is an important time to give yourself some space to process the emotions from this event. If you have other kids, you might want to even arrange that someone else takes them for the evening or the afternoon. Take care of yourself. Do what feels good to you. Go on a walk or go to the park or go out to dinner with a friend or just go home and take a nap or even take a bath. Give yourself the time and space that you feel you will need to validate all of the emotions that came up navigating with the X and the extras. The first few times that you have to encounter these situations can feel excruciating. And it is an emotionally mature thing to do to allow yourself some space to process all of the emotions that come up in these situations. It's actually emotionally immature to think you can outsmart your body without feeling triggers, without feeling all the emotions that are going to come up. The truth is, it's going to happen. And the best thing you can do is prepare for it. You can't outsmart your body, friends. Your body keeps the score. Your body knows what it is experiencing. And if you're not safe with these people, it will feel dangerous to you. So you need to care for yourself and process all of the emotions that you're feeling. This is important and it will help you move through the experience, process the pain that you're feeling, and help you manage these situations better at future events. Navigating divorce is hard, friends. It's okay that it's hard because you can do hard things. Children whose parents get divorced love and value both of their parents. They need and want relationships with both of their parents in their lives. The best outcomes for children whose parents divorce happen when both of their parents and even the extended families stay involved in their lives. That is what's best for your children. And that means that you will have to attend some events for your children with your former spouse and their family members. And that is hard, but it's doable. And it is a lot more manageable when you have a plan. The goal is for you and for everyone who loves and supports your child to be there for your child. Remember, this is not about you. Special events are for your children, and focusing on this thought will help you be prepared before the event, navigate the event, and after. You can have a good experience, even if your former spouse and all of their extras are there. Remember, your experience is up to you. And the best way that you can do that is preparing beforehand. So now you have a plan, my friend. You are going into this situation aware that you are going to have a physical and emotional response, and you are now prepared to handle it. When you put all of that in place, you can show up as the parent you want to be for your child. Remember that on the next special occasion that you have with your child. Thanks so much for being here, my friends. Make sure you give this video a thumbs up and share in the comments how it goes when you apply my tips for navigating events with your ex and your successes and failures. We can all learn from each other. I will see you next time. Bye, y'all.